So there you have it. You've got this big dream, big goal for your life, but you still feel like you're going nowhere. And for the first time, panic sets in, and you realize you're the hamster on the wheel. You're stuck. Now the big reality check. Why am I not moving forward? What is it that's holding me back from going after my dreams? Is it my fears? Or maybe my fear of what other people will think about me? Or maybe my own excuses are sabotaging my dream. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough Twitter followers. Hey, I get it. I've been there myself. And that's why I wrote Next. I wanted to create a resource for people like you and me, an easy read that provided practical action steps that anybody could apply to their lives and start moving forward towards their dream. My book Next is going to help you face your fears, let go of your past and get you unstuck, focus on what matters most, make strategic connections, and get rid of those excuses once and for all. Are you ready to face your fears? Are you ready to get unstuck? Are you ready to move closer to your dream? I guess the real question is, what are you gonna do next?
Order your copy today at www.getyournextbook.com.
Facebook friends, family, Adonis Lindsay here. Just wanted to share this word with you about not troubling your mind. Don't trouble your mind. I know people are jumping in. You're going to enjoy this. Do me a huge favor if you know anybody out there who could use a word of encouragement. Maybe they're going through a tough season. Maybe their mind is just bombarded with negative thoughts. Make sure you share this with them. You can share it on your page. Or you can share after the broadcast, share it with them so they can be encouraged as well. But I want to talk to you once again about not troubling your mind. This is key because every now and then, guess what? God's going to call you to do something that may not make sense, okay? It's not going to make sense to you. It's not going to make sense to other people. And you're going to have all kind of opportunities where your mind is being troubled. But I want to go to a heroic figure in the Bible, Abraham. You remember in the book of Genesis when God called Abraham to leave. He said, Abraham, I want you to go home. I want you to leave your family, your father's house, take your wife and all your belongings, and I need you to move and go to a place that I'm going to show you. Now, you know, we can read that and we think, well, that was Abraham. Of course, he had faith, but you know, let me put you in the skin of Abraham. What if God told you? Think about the walk home that he had. He had to go home and tell his wife, "Hey, honey, we got to pack up everything and we've got to move. Well, where are we going, baby?" Well, I don't know. God's gonna show us once we get on the road. I mean, no, that ain't flying over too easy. And so, but Abraham, once again, he had to take that step of faith. And I love that because as we fast forward to the book of Hebrews, he's recorded amongst the heroes of faith, okay? The heroes of faith. And I love that because when it talks about Abraham in the book of Hebrews chapter 11, it says how Abraham heard the voice of God, he obeyed, and he went, although he did not know where he was going. Okay, remember God told him to go, and Abraham, I'll show you the place that you're destined to get to as you get on the road. But in Hebrews, where we really get the understanding of what was going on, because I love that, because it says in Hebrews chapter 11, it says, Abraham went, he obeyed God, not knowing where he was going, and he did not trouble his mind about where he was to go. Oh man, I love that. Right there gives us the analogy, it gives us the understanding that whatever goes on in our mind has the potential of happening, okay? A lot of negative thoughts can bombard our mind. It says Abraham did not trouble his mind about where he was to go. Now, here's the deal. It didn't say that he didn't allow other people to trouble his mind. It didn't say he didn't allow circumstance. It says he did not trouble his mind, which really makes me believe, you know, sometimes or a lot of times the thing between us and the promise that God has for us is a troubled mind. And this is where we've got to get victory in the mind. We got to quit troubling our mind when God gives us an assignment. He tells us to do something that doesn't make sense. It's going to cause us to step outside of our comfort zone. It's going to cause us to step outside of our skill set. We've never done it before. man, am I going to fail? Am I going to crash and burn? What are people going to say about me? And that's when you begin to trouble your mind. When you try to figure out all those things, you begin to trouble your mind. That's where you got to stop it. You got to quit it. And you've got to begin to feed your mind with what God said. It says Abraham did not trouble his mind about where he was to go. Now, let's think about that. Let's talk about that for just a little bit. What are some ways out there that we tend to trouble our minds? Well, number one, we start thinking all the negative thoughts. We start thinking about everything that could go wrong instead of thinking that all the things that could go right. What if I just obeyed God? What if I just took the leap of faith and the step of faith and I forged ahead. I obeyed God in the midst of setback, adversity, trials and error, but I'm still obeying God. What if I obeyed God and it works out in the long run? Okay. So, or here's another way you can trouble your mind. A lot of times we compare ourselves with other people, or we start scrolling through Facebook and we start looking at everybody else's projected success. I mean, nobody's going to put the real story on Facebook. Very few will put the real story of what's going on in their life or on their journey. And so a lot of times we can get caught up on scrolling through people's Facebooks and we can think, wow, man, everything just seems to be working out for them. And why is it so hard for me? And we start troubling our mind. Remember, it says Abraham did not trouble his mind about where he was to go. Meaning he wasn't trying to figure everything out. He wasn't trying to process everything. He just obeyed God and he went. So you got to quit troubling your mind. Quit comparing yourself with other people. Quit worrying about what people are going to say about you. Quit worrying about, here's the deal. You trouble your mind thinking about what everybody else is thinking about you. And 9 times out of 10, okay, here it is, double negative, ain't nobody thinking about you, okay? I know my wife is going to get on to me with that one, but ain't nobody thinking about you. Quit troubling your mind, and you it happens to the best of us. We start thinking, we start imagining people talking about us. We start imagining people laughing at us. We start imagining people having conversations. Well, what do they think they're doing? They're making a mistake. They didn't hear from God. No. Quit troubling your mind with you thinking about what other people are thinking about you. Quit troubling your mind and start focusing on what God said and keep moving forward. Okay, that's the thing that's going to cause progress in your life. I love that. Once again, it says Abraham obeyed. He went to the place that God had for him. He got on the journey. He didn't know where he was going, but he did not trouble his mind about it. And so I'm here to encourage you, don't trouble your mind about the process. Don't trouble your mind about, I don't have everything figured out. Just get in the game, get on the journey, and start moving in the direction that God told you to go. And by all means, don't trouble your mind. Okay, hope this helped you guys. I could go on and on and on. I'm actually working up a message on that about not troubling your mind. So just stay tuned. So I hope you enjoyed this. Once again, share this with somebody who could use that word of encouragement about not troubling their mind. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. A lot of great things are coming up this year for Adonis Lindsay Ministry. So I'm just excited to do more of these live broadcasts. I'm excited for other things I'll be sharing with you down the road as well. God bless you guys. And always remember, it's never too late to make your next days your best days. God bless.